On the edge of Kruger National Park, where the wild savanna hums with untamed life, a bond beyond imagination faced a heart-wrenching test. A grown lion, once a frail cub saved from death, returned to Sophia Reed's cabin with a devastating secret. What happens when the wild you fought to protect comes back, not with gratitude, but with a plea that unveils the hidden scars of kindness? This is a story of enduring trust, the weight of choices, and a moment that reshapes lives. Dawn painted golden streaks across the lush canopy, bathing Sophia Reed's white wooden cabin in a soft glow. At 35, she had carved a quiet life in Kruger's buffer zone, her mornings spent with coffee on the deck, camera ready for nature's wonders. 3 years ago, a desperate lioness had changed everything, bringing her injured cub, Kari, to Sophia's doorstep during a brutal storm. That act of trust led to a perilous rescue, a journey through mud to save a fragile life, a memory etched forever. Sophia often lingered on that moment, the lioness's amber eyes pleading through the window, Kari's broken body still on the deck. She had delivered him to the Kruger Wildlife Recovery Center, where experts mended his shattered leg with unwavering care. Kari survived, but his path diverged from the wild. Too young during his recovery, he lost the fear of humans vital for survival. Relocated to a sanctuary within the park, he lived free yet protected, his visits to Sophia fading with time. She had whispered promises to the lioness, hoping the mother understood why her cub could not return. Seasons turned, spring rains revived the grasslands, and Sophia's routine settled back into photography, emails, and calls with her sister. The lioness never returned. Her tracks vanished, leaving Sophia to wonder if she roamed alone or rejoined a pride. Through her lens, she watched distant lions, their golden forms blending with the savanna, none bearing the lioness's cautious intelligence. By November, 3 years later, the wilderness stirred with unease. Birds hushed at odd hours, roars carried a tense edge. One morning, as Sophia sipped coffee, a shadow emerged from the trees where the lioness once appeared, halting her breath mid-sip. It was not the lioness, but a young male lion, his budding mane catching the dawn's light. His amber eyes scanned the deck with haunting familiarity. A slight limp, a faint scar, Sophia's heart raced. It was Kari, grown, far from his sanctuary. His visits became regular, always at dawn, echoing his mother's cautious patterns. He lingered in the clearing, regal yet solitary, never too close but unafraid of Sophia's presence. She resisted calling out, fearing she might blur his fragile wildness further. Emails with Dr. Whitaker revealed Kari had escaped during a poacher-damaged fence breach. Rangers tracked him, but he returned here, drawn by memory or scent. Sophia documented his visits, noting his isolation, hunting alone, shunned by larger prides. December brought heavy rains and whispers of poachers tightening their grip. One stormy evening, a frantic scratching pierced the cabin's quiet. Not wind, not monkeys, but deliberate. Sophia peered through the window, her world tilting at the sight before her. Kari stood on the deck, rain-soaked, his massive form tense. At his feet lay the lioness, his mother, collapsed, her flank torn by a snare wound, blood mingling with mud. His eyes met Sophia's, pleading with desperate urgency. A low, mournful rumble escaped Kari's throat as he paced the deck's edge, his body taut with protectiveness. The lioness's shallow breaths signaled dire need. Sophia's mind spun. This defied nature, a lion bringing his wounded mother to a human for help. The secret unraveled in heart-wrenching fragments. Kari's bond with Sophia, forged in that stormy rescue years ago, had reshaped his instincts. His lack of fear drew poachers' eyes, and the lioness, loyal to her cub, had fallen into their trap. Tears streamed down Sophia's face as she dialed Dr. Whitaker. A rescue team was dispatched, armed with tranquilizers and crates. Sophia placed meat at the deck's far end, hoping to ease Kari's tension as the team approached under flickering lightning. Kari growled softly, his eyes locked on Sophia, but he did not charge. His trust held firm, a fragile bridge between wild and human. The lioness was darted, her wound treated on-site, then airlifted to the Kruger Wildlife Recovery Center as rain pounded the earth. Sophia rode with the team, whispering to the sedated lioness, vowing to mend the pain her kindness had unwittingly caused. The drive was a blur, mud-slicked roads testing their resolve, Kari's distant roars trailing them into the night. At the center, veterinarians worked swiftly. The lioness's snare wound was deep but clean, her body weakened by hunger but resilient. Kari, tracked by his collar, lingered near the facility. His dusk roars a haunting echo of loyalty and loss. Sophia split her days between cabin and center, watching the lioness regain strength in a secure enclosure. Kari's visits to the fences grew bolder, his presence a testament to their unbreakable bond. Dr. Whitaker shared the secret's full weight with Sophia. Kari's human-tainted instincts had ripple effects. After his partial release years ago, he sought his mother, but his boldness near humans drew poachers. The lioness's injury was a consequence of protecting him, a sacrifice born of love, now threatening their survival. Yet, hope glimmered in their resilience. The lioness's scars healed, her strength returning with each passing week. Kari, though solitary, showed flashes of wild cunning, hunting small game near the center. Sophia marveled at their tenacity, her heart heavy with responsibility. By late February, the rain softened, and the savanna bloomed anew. The lioness was ready for release, her recovery a miracle of care and will. In a meticulous operation, rangers prepared to reunite mother and son, trackers guarding against poacher threats. Sophia stood at a distance, camera in hand, as the release unfolded. The lioness stepped into the wild, Kari at her side, their silhouettes merging with the sunset's glow. They vanished into the grasslands, free, yet forever tied to Sophia's heart. This journey reshaped Sophia's purpose. She now champions anti-poaching efforts, sharing this story to ignite change. The wild remembers, and so must we. If this tale stirred you, like and subscribe for more stories of extraordinary bonds. Share your thoughts below. Have you seen such a miracle in nature? Let us protect these majestic creatures together. Stay wild at heart, and join me for the next chapter of wonder.